Yes, I know scrum halves all deserve this, but keep it in the parking lot. Rugby. Hello and welcome to the Rugby Update. Bit of a disclaimer, I got even sicker after last week's video, so I did not watch a whole lot of rugby. And then I got even sicker, so I didn't write a script. Most of today's stuff will be off the cuff. You might even see the laptop come out every once in a while. Maybe next week will be better. To the games. First game on Friday night was just after or before Storm Darrow arrived in Bath, I'm not sure, and it led to terrible conditions for rugby. Terrible conditions for rugby usually means the team with a better forward pack can win, and La Rochelle is anything if not a very, very good forward pack. 20 points to 24 for the French visitors, a little preview of the weekend ahead for most French teams. First kickoff on Saturday was between Clermont and Benetton, and I didn't even know this game was happening. And neither did Benetton, seemingly, because they did not score a single point. Clermont just mauled and mauled and mauled in not as bad conditions to take the game away from them. 28 points to 0 means Clermont are probably through and Benetton are probably out. I don't know. How does this format work? At the same time that Benetton was going down, a nearly fully loaded Sharks hosted the Exeter Chiefs in Durban in much better weather. So the rugby was better, especially from the Sharks, who managed to score some great tries, including a double for Siya Kolisi. They were playing against the Exeter Chiefs though, who have not won a single game in this year's Gallagher Premiership, so take it with a pinch of salt. Or the fact that I hate the Sharks for buying all our best players. I mean the Lions' best players. 39 points to 21 for the hosts, and they are looking good to make it to the next stage of the competition, I think. Premiership champs Northampton Saints hosted Castres just a little bit after that, and they put up a big score in slightly better conditions than the day before. Soon to be leaving, Trokkie Augustus scored 2 tries, and then Henry Pollock just refused to go down until he went over the line in a very good score. 38 points to 8 in a big win for the Saints, and I don't really have a problem with their badge. Oh, another disclaimer is that it's boiling in this room, so sorry for any sweat patches. Also, sorry for the Stormers and their embarrassing loss to Toulon in Cape Town. Not because Toulon is weak and should lose, but because of the way the Stormers were playing. They seem pathologically unable to resist the temptation to put through dumb little grubber kicks that just lose them possession every time they are on attack. Oftentimes it seems like they have to do this because there's no big flanker to clear wide rucks, which they go to so soon. It just seems like there's lots to fix in their attack. It doesn't help that they have a World Team of the Year list of injuries, but that shouldn't cause you to just do stupid little grubber kicks all the time. Stop it. 14 points to 24 for Toulon, and with an away win, they are now in the pound seats to host some knockout matches. Watch out for them. I did not watch the Munster vs Stade Francais game, but I did see the WWE highlights coming out of it. Stade Francais totally lost the plot and went full pro de deux on the Munster players. Probably because Peter Omani was there calling them shit doucetoirs or something. It's always his fault. 33 points to 7 for the hosts, and Stade Francais probably about to send a whole bunch of B teams all over the competition. The Saracens hosted the Bulls at the same time, and I did catch that game on and off. It looked to me like Jamie George was having the time of his life, as they racked up a nice big score against a whole bunch of Bulls players that have been overseas for 9 weeks in winter. They will be so happy to come back to South Africa, where it is 40 degrees in Pretoria most days. 27 points to 5 for the Saracens, and the Bulls not fully out of it yet, but they will have to work hard. Late on Saturday, the Glasgow Warriors hosted the Sale Sharks. And I'm sorry, you are not going to be a European champion with a star on your crest if you look like a traffic cone. So it made sense that the Warriors smashed the Sharks. 38 points to 19 for the champions of the Erk, and the Sale Sharks now in my bad books because they are buying MW Louw apparently. Two unserious teams in Racing 92 and the Harlequins took each other on also late on Saturday, and not at Ladderfast Stadium. Probably the Eras Tour or something, always just blame Taylor. 23 points to 12 for Racing 92 despite getting 2 yellow cards, which is totally par for the course for them. And then on Sunday we had 3 teams probably most likely to win this championship against 3 teams less likely. First up we had Bordeaux taking on the Leicester Tigers in Bordeaux, which looks like a bucket list type of place to go watch rugby. Le Beep continued his great form from the Autumn Nation series, and now he's got Jalibert and Pinot with him as well to just cause all kinds of havoc. 42 points to 28 for Bordeaux, and just a sign that some of these French giants are going to be very hard to beat. If you want more evidence of French giants being unstoppable, how about Toulouse absolutely destroying Ulster? Now that Intermark and Chocobares and DuPont are all back together with that monster pack, they are looking almost better than most international sides. 61 points to 21 now, the high bar set in the competition, and Toulouse's shirt might need more space for stars one of these days. Finally on Sunday, the Bristol Bears managed to frustrate Leinster and the ref at Ashton Gate. Things were equal, if a bit scrappy for most of the game, until this lot came onto the field. Then it was tickets for the hosts from Bristol. 12 points to 35 for Leinster, and they too now on the pound seats to host a whole bunch of knockout games, which doesn't matter for them, as we all know. And that was the Champions Cup, where all the glorious sides beat all the medium glory sides. But what about all the low glory sides? Well, they play in the Challenge Cup, which has a brown accented website which lets you know what type of rugby you're watching. Now, I really didn't watch these games, so I'm going to have to go off the laptop. Please excuse me. The Dragons lost to Montpellier at home, which makes sense. Montpellier is just down here because of their bad karma, not because of their budget. Gloucester beat Edinburgh at home, which makes sense. Edinburgh have been up and down this year. Bayonne beat the Scarlets. I didn't even know this match was happening. Black Lion of Georgia beat Van, who've been taking a few big scalps in the top 14 this year. Lyon beat Cardiff Rugby at home. You would think Lyon should be able to walk this competition with their budget. Then Connacht beat Zebre, that's just a URC game. Pau beat the Newcastle Falcons, even though the Falcons have been beating the Saracens, which makes them better than the Bulls. The Toyota Cheetahs drew against Perpignan in Amsterdam, and then afterwards they could all go for a nice coffee. And then finally there was a reminder that this is real life and the bad guys often win. And that's the first round of all the European rugby done. None of it really matters because I think basically all these teams can still qualify. The format really needs to change. Okay, let's continue this content slop with a search around the web for some news. And the big news up first is that the All Blacks will be putting up their Eden Park record on 6 September next year against the Springboks. Hearing that news immediately made me break out in cold sweats, and I'm slightly nauseous all the time now. I cannot wait. That is going to be the biggest test of the year maybe, and I really hope we can win that one. It's going to be tough. Okay, the next bit of news is that Manie Libbok, after taking that massive shot to the face in their loss against Toulon on Saturday, was hospitalized with his concussion. It seems though that he will be going through the normal 12-day HIA thing and then be assessed to see if he can come back, though after a shot like that it might be a little longer. Someone even said 6 months somewhere, but I don't know where I read that. Probably on Facebook, so disregard. And no laptop, because I've put it there because it's so hot and I don't really think there's any more news that's serious enough to talk about while I'm dying of heat. I will see you all next week, hopefully healthier and able to actually write a proper video. Sorry again for the quality of this one. Bye.